Hi, Sean. All right, I'm going to do your 30-minute psychic wisdom service now. So, you would like to know more about your spirit guides, friends in the spirit realm, your spiritual gifts and spiritual path, and anything spirit would like me to know. Also, what my spirit guides' views are on what I am manifesting. All right, Sean. Okay, I'm just going to relax and then we'll get started. There's something like a really tiny metal button, and it's got dark purple on the inside of it and some odd metal. It's like a metal button and it's not particularly large. It's dark purple, and then it has some, I don't know, it creates a symbol on the inside. It literally is on a jacket, and the hand is trying to pull it off. And it changes colors from dark purple to like a really hot pink color. The hand has pulled it off and is raising it slowly up to look into it, not from the eyes. And this goes to the other hand now. The other hand is now looking at it. It's a hot pink color now. It's not dark purple. It's inspired to just leave this button behind now. As it falls, it makes it sound much like a kind of a coin, but it's a higher pitched noise. And then it has kind of a, like it kind of spun a little bit and then it just completely stopped now. Literally a hand with like a coin, and then flicking it up, it's flipping and then catching it. And then putting it on the hand, and is it heads or tails? It really is kind of a man leaning up against a brick wall and just hanging out here. Got a coin, flipping it up, catching it, heads or tails. He's got kind of a cartoon face, and he looks like his face image is more like I don't know, like a troublemaker or something. He's got kind of a cap on, and he's not particularly tall. He looks a little dingy in the clothes. He's got a toothpick in his teeth. There's something kind of, it's like old Irish feel, like I'm not like the Irish side of a big city or something, and but he's got kind of a darker flair too. Like what are his intentions? There's something off about his intentions. I'm trying to place where I've seen a character like this before, because you kind of run into these characters in like storybooks. Like the Pinocchio story, those two that try and, take Pinocchio's money or whatever it is that he had to buy his books or something. They just kind of, dodgier. They're showing me rays of light coming down from the sky. It looks like one of those scenes we've seen them before, where it's like, wow, it looks like heaven is. There's like a little opening in a really cloudy day, and it just looks like heaven is shining down, and just over there. But it's actually right here. So this man is leaning up against doing this, and then putting it on the hand, and he's just chewing on his toothpick, and then radiating light from heaven just comes down. And I'm just seeing like beams of radiating heaven light. It's really pretty. There's a man in there. There's an entity. I cannot see its face, but it looks like a man wearing a long robe. I love it. I could easily, if you painted this picture, there would be a lot of white and yellowy kind of streams, and then whatever this robe is really a pastel blue, like a really light soft blue color, and even his hair is just blended in with this radiating beams of light. This man is actually now turning and looking at this and is really doesn't care about the coin, doesn't care about what he was thinking about or what he was doing. He is instantly inspired to enter into this radiating light, and so he does. When he does that, he takes off his disguise as a human being so we can see his higher self. That's the way it feels right now. He just instantly knows in his heart who he and what he is. He no longer is behaving like a human being that has been sort of, however the ego is molded to behave. He just instantly, when he sees this radiating light, he instantly knows who and what he is, what his soul is, what his identity is about. He instantly removes what are layers of ego, is the only way we can describe it. It's not like he isn't exactly getting naked, but he's not exactly not getting naked. I mean, he's removing layers of his facade as a human being and is just expressing himself as an all-knowing spiritual being of light. It's just, it's insane, the knowing, the instant shift to just what was and what is. He just instantly goes into the light and greets this man. The knowing is, it's a knowing. I mean, there's no reason to ask questions and say, well, what are you doing here? What's this light about? What do you want from me? There's no reason to ask questions. There's just a complete understanding that it was time. The soul even knew that this was going to happen before it actually happened. And when it happened, the soul instantly knew that it was time. Is the only way you can describe it. This man was sitting against there waiting for something all along. He just didn't know what he was waiting for. He may have had kind of a dodgier look or feel, but underneath it all, deep down inside, there's something far more to him than we know. It's quiet and it's silent, and there's just an exchange. It's not an exchange of greetings. It's not an exchange of discussion. It's not an exchange of any kind, but yet it is. I don't know how to define it. Exchanging light, exchanging sounds, exchanging love. So that is all. They're continuing to walk further and further. So now I am standing out here looking into the white light. And I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do now? Are you guys just going to, you're walking into the light so far I can't even see you anymore. I'm running to jump into the white cloud, but now the cloud is instantly closing up before me. And I say, hey, where are you going? Why are you doing that? It's not your time, Abby. Say, well, you're going to show that to me, but you're not going to let me, know any more about it? You're just going to close the door on me? There's, a chuckling sound. And they're like, you know better. You know. I say I accept. Let us share more wisdom. We are on the other side of the veil. And so I never had to go into the light. It just alters its perception. And so now I am standing within it. I didn't have to go into it. I just had to choose to stand within it. Or alter my perception of where I am standing. It's really an illusionary experience. They're showing me what it is to be human and feel like you're living in a human reality, when all you have to do is simply change your perception of where is the light. And now you can actually experience standing in heaven while you are a human being. We know this is no easy feat. There's a quiet and a silence and kind of a deeper experience that I'm having. I feel like I could fall asleep now, and there's something about this purple light that I really like it, and it's a dark purple. I could even fall asleep and experience that light just surrounding me all over, as though it's a blanket, wrapping me in the blanket of this dark violet color. It's extremely peaceful, and it has a safety or security experience about it. I feel protected by it. I feel love within it, and I feel love around me from it. I'm experiencing that intensely as I stand here and wait for higher wisdom. That is the higher wisdom I experience. I'm choosing to actually drift off into a sleep in this moment. There's a candle that I see. It's got a white waxiness to it. It's like a size of a birthday candle, and then it just has a flame. It's in the dark. I am holding it in my hand like it's a massive big torch or something, and I am walking in the dark. I have reached stairs. This light does not illuminate the stairs, however, I can somehow see them or relate to them being there, and I'm walking down the stairs now. I'm going down into a darker dungeon down here. I hear the sound of metal door opening and closing. It's got a noise to it that it makes. It closes. It feels like it is closing behind me, but it is closing before me. Like somebody was walking ahead of me, opened the door, closed it, and locked it. Kind of feel. It's really like a dungeon. I see a face that was buried down here. It's a body buried down in this ground. I welcome this body to rise up and out from down here. I am really overjoyed. I say, it's you. What are you doing down here? I give this this spirit, this soul fragment, I am like giving this soul fragment a humongous hug. I say no, it is not time. You're not buried here any longer. You are risen now, and you are coming with me. They're saying, so is he risen now? And I'm saying, absolutely. There's a reason I came down here. There's a reason this soul fragment is down here in this dark place. There's a reason I even recognize it. It's a big deal. I feel so happy in my heart. I'm singing. And the scene instantly shifts and changes around us. And we're walking, and it's just a beautiful nature scene. And it's peaceful. We're still experiencing some of the dungeon feelings as though it is still there, but the reality is we are walking away from it. And the further we walk away from it, the smaller or less contaminating it is to feel that. We're walking hand in hand. We're continuing to walk further and further away from that. It's like it's crumbled into the ground, and the ground has consumed its identity, so it is no longer there. It will never be known about. It will never be understood. It has been buried. It is a part of the past. It is gone and buried now. But you are not buried. There are tears. I am shedding them, but it is also you that is shedding them. There's a real emotional experience that I'm having, but it is you that is having it. I am looking up into the heavens. You are looking up into the heavens, right? And I'm really feeling literally on my knees, hands up like this, feeling the grace of heaven upon my face, feeling like I'm ready to be lifted up higher and higher. Like actually the sort of light itself to be like hands that are lifting my body up into the light even further. And I'm opening the doorway to my heart, and I'm welcoming the light to come into me, surround me, fill me, and lift me up higher. I feel this very natural experience. There's no hesitation or question about it. It is beautiful. I welcome it. I don't relate to the chaos that was buried. I don't relate to the soul. I don't relate to that incident at all anymore. All I relate to is this moment. And it is so beautiful. It is welcoming me as well. And I'm crying because I'm so happy. And I just feel that's an ultimate intense sensation of peacefulness. It doesn't exist anywhere else and in any other way. Again, I am now sort of coming to from a dream, and I'm waking up in a dark room, but I'm surrounded by this purple light. It's not particularly bright. It looks like shadow, but it's a dark purple color. I'm waking up and I'm feeling more like myself. I'm stretching. I feel like I can wake up now, not so tired. I am putting my slippers on. I'm standing up. I am walking towards this door. Everything seems to be made out of wood, like wooden floors and even wooden paneling on the side of the walls. It just feels like everything is made out of wood. It's such a cozy morning wake-up type of feeling. There's no disturbing thoughts on the mind. It's just a waking up to a new day and we'll get started with the day kind of feeling. It's really easy to experience. It's really nice. I don't want to carry this baggage anymore, I say. And as I say it, I'm releasing some energy out of the heart portal and then just beneath it. Comes out in just a black, dark energy. It's just coming out on its own. This is just some energy work they want me to provide you. I mean, again, it's fascinating because you keep shifting between male and then female. And the female reflection is so happy and smiling. She feels cozy and comfortable. You literally walked into the kitchen, a kitchen area, had pulled out all this dark energy, and I see the image shift, and you turn into a female who's cozily laying down on the couch. I mean, I can see her lips have like red lipstick on. She's very natural though. She just seems really at peace. She too is rising up, is joining you for a cup of coffee. It's strange because you're sleeping in two different locations. You're not sleeping together. But yet everything feels so natural. It's interesting too because it literally is like you are talking to yourself. Male version talking to female version, female version talking to male version. And now you're holding hands and you're both closing your eyes and just like smiling really big, and both of your hearts instantly created a love bubble, and it just like squeezed out of both of your hearts at the exact same time. It just felt right. It just felt like you needed to do that. And you both did it. That's why you did it, because it felt like you needed to. Both at the same time. They're showing me the two legs coming together down at the bottom, and so then it shows me like the two heads, and now it's becoming a heart, right? And then the body's merging and coming together as one, blended as one. Hearts now beating the same. Hands in hands and shoulders in shoulders, heads in heads, legs in legs, everything. But you're the male appearance. Again, you have a coffee pot, you're filling up coffee cup. It just feels like a peaceful moment. As I see you with this coffee cup, as you, inside you is the outline of a female version of you. There is nothing truly extraordinary going on, but it's so peaceful and it's so worth relishing, you know? You gotta make the most of these just peaceful, charming, peaceful moments. There doesn't always have to be something going on, you know? So, you're sitting on the couch. You're taking a remote and turning the TV on. It's relaxing. Again, an angel, like an angel or spiritual entity, this one is like an angel, comes out of nowhere. Heaven's light shines down, spiritual entity in light. This one is like an angel, though. The other one was like a male. He was all made out of light, so I can't really see, but this sort of outline of kind of a hairline and then a face, and then this robe. It has a blue color to it. And this angel is just pure white light as coming out of white light. In the middle of a living room, TV on, you're just chilling out, slippers and everything. Bam, angel. You're even like, I can't get to the television with you standing there. The angel is giggling and says he can't see me. Angel comes around and sits down on the couch next to you. You're completely unaware that this is happening. You're just literally just surfing the television. Angel is so happy, and the love that comes from the angel heart is just getting louder and louder and echoing and then filling you. It's really cool. I mean, you're feeling so awesome. It's just adding to a moment that's just nothing extraordinary happening here. They want me to emphasize that the experience is much like the one where the guy's leaning against the wall, right? There's just, what is he waiting for? It's just time passing. Again, there's like an experience of time passing, nothing really extraordinary going on, waiting for a bigger, better moment, and it's right there, but you can't even see it. How do you connect with it? The angel is merging into your body now. The angel is filling your shoes. The angel is filling your face and shoulders and hands and everything. And now you have wings and you're glowing. As that happens, you release more energetic contamination from like the heart portal and just beneath it, and then digestive region. It just gurgles out. Just black, old black energy just coming out. I'm pulling out a massive sword from your heart. Don't need that anymore. We're just setting that down on the coffee table. One comes out the backside of your heart as well. That one was really sharp and it hurt. My gosh, I mean, that hurt really bad. That stung. That was harsh. There's some sort of orb bubble coming out of your heart. It's just coming out naturally. As it comes out, there's somebody standing here that says, snatches it, says, give that to me. Again, absolutely no awareness that any of this is happening. You're just chilling out. And all this is going on. You don't even know it is happening. There's something here that I'm missing. It has to do with all these energetic spiritual activities taking place right under your nose. Some part of you does know, though, that these things are happening. They're showing me something I missed in that scene with the boy against the wall his soul actually left the body for a little bit and went into there to have this somehow an exchange of some kind. But the soul never did exactly leave the body. It just projected out of it for a little bit. It was always in it. So somehow you're having more spiritual experiences than you may be exactly aware of. And they want me to really showcase this man with the blue robe and this angel. The thing is I have no identifying factors for them other than they come from extraordinary light. They're really loving too. I can feel the energy in the heart and what they share. You would recognize them instantly. They're talking about time again. And when they talk about time, they show me a spiral of energy in the heart, moving out from the heart. There's something stagnant here because in the sensation of your mind or your experience, you can't seem to break this, I don't know, barrier that you're trying to go beyond the human to experience more of the spiritual, but somehow the human life is just, it's just a routine, it's an experience, and it's hard to figure out how to break it so you can you can see the spiritual, you can interact with the spiritual, you can be more blended with the spiritual. But I'm telling you, your soul's you have quite a connection in a way that it would be very easy for you to open up to something far grander. You seem to relate to that as well. What would be like past lives where it just came natural and it was all you ever knew or how you were behaving? It just was. It just made sense. You didn't have to ask questions. It just was. Just a spiritual experience, and that's what your experience was about. Now you're a human being and you have these lifetimes where you relate to that experience, but yet it's not blended into the human experience. So how do you break the human code in order to bask in the spiritual experiences you're wanting to have? The thing is I'm not convinced you're not having them, or even aware that I'm convinced both that you are having them, right? And that some part of you is fully aware, even if it's not quite loud enough. You're supposed to know that. I'm looking at the scenes with the exchange and the coffee and the heart. I'm looking at the scene where he went to bed and it was all just a dream that he has no memory of. It's just he was sleeping and then because he was tired and then he woke up. Came out here, he had an exchange, didn't even know he merged with a woman, and the happiness happened. Went and sat down, flipping through channels, doesn't even know there's an angel here. But he feels peaceful. He really does. They're just showing me kind of a shell. When I break that shell, it's like I don't know. It looks like a solidified egg. And when the shell breaks, you're on the inside as the chicken on the baby duck, baby chicken on the inside, and you're kind of solidified in a gooiness. When I crack the shell, I take off shell pieces. It's not like I crack the shell and then the yolk just squirts out everywhere. I crack the shell and it's like there's a person in here covered in like an odd goo balliness. So I'm allowed to crack the shell and then remove the pieces so you can come out of your shell. You need to come out of your shell. They wouldn't allow me to do this. They wouldn't even show me this if it wasn't meant to be. You need to come out of your shell. You need to see the sunlight upon your face. because you can't be living inside of a shell because it's too dark in there, and you're already a fully grown chicken, and you're a human being, right? You don't need to be in the chicken egg. And it feels a lot better. Cracking that shell, you're drying out. That goo balliness is just kind of evaporating off of you, and you just look cleaned up, and you're coming alive and awakened by this light that is resting upon your face and is filling your heart too. I mean, you were on your knees in the chicken egg, kind of like just waiting, and then the shell broke and the light came upon you, and then you're just sort of coming alive now, and you're even coming off your knees and standing up and then stretching in the light now. You're just coming alive now. You feel like a new person. You feel renewed. You feel changed or transformed. You're not quite snippy snappy. You're still kind of in a fog or a haze about what's going on. And you're not really thinking twice about it. You're just moving through the motions. But there's something more going on here than I have felt. Because what is the spiritual and the physical are now merging together. So now the physical is also experiencing the spiritual in a way that you were ready to have. You want to be lifted up by these moments, and you want to fully experience them. You want to raise up beyond this, and you want to go places, and you want to soar, and you want to be an experience of heaven's love for yourself and for others. They're showing me you in the sky, even soaring like a bird, but being a human being. And you being the sunlight that radiates down. You being that awesome opening in the clouds where it's like, there's heaven's light shining down way over there. That's so pretty. That's you. They're showing me you soaring in the sky as this radiating heaven's light beam coming down from your heart. And it touches the earth and it touches others. And you're smiling, and the thing is it's not like, hooray for me, I'm helping everybody. It's more like, you're just like the sunlight. The sunlight isn't happy or sad. It's not celebrating or not celebrating, but it is absolutely in balance and harmony with its identity and reflection. Therefore, it is happy. And so it is sharing its natural gifts as light, illumination, helping things grow. And you too feel that way as you're soaring. You're not like, look at me, I'm awesome. You're not triumphantly soaring. You just are. You just are. And in that I am, you are a beautiful expression of radiating light. And it is touching us. It is healing us naturally. And you feel like yourself. It's really nice. It's really peaceful. It's really natural. It's very, very natural. I mean, you could watch a rose grow and it's beautiful, right? Roses are beautiful to look at. For a human being to see the rose, it's like extraordinary. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's so pretty. But it is just what it is. It is just being as it was meant to be. It was meant to be a rose, so it is just being that. It's not trying to be anything but itself. And just by being itself, it is radiating that charm, that light, that healing. And it's not, roses aren't, hey, look at me, I'm a rose. You choose to look at them, and then you choose then through that to be healed by just the joy of seeing them. And that's kind of what this is like too. It's really nice. It's great. it's soft and quiet, but it cannot be missed as well. Just like a rose. So that is what I have to share with you. Thank you for this experience. It's so unique. It's really pretty too. And I'm looking forward to seeing what it means to you. So for those of you watching, if you're interested in a one-on-one experience with me, I do share spiritual healing and psychic wisdom at my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching.